Good morning, everyone. Today is March 6, 2023. The time is 10:05 a.m. and welcome to ARPA. You want to do a roll call, please?
Crow.
Present.
Awful.
Here.
Sure.
Here.
Ducat.
Here. Everyone's had a chance to look at the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Barb and Donna? Anybody have any public comments?
Not a comment, I just have a rundown of where we are on the Natural High, what our expenses are. Hello, thank you.
Since I don't see anybody for any public comments, we'll move on to discuss, review, and take action on ARPA applications. And we'll start with number 60, a natural high.
All right.
Video equipment. There we go. I believe last time we asked you for the principal on the van, and you just gave it to us.
So, are you still asking for the 15 or now it shows 18,609?
Yeah, that's what would really get us out of financial trouble right now, but,
Did you look into getting the cancel checks or whatnot for you have for the insurance for the past 2 years?
the cancel checks.
Yeah, for the
Last week I
payments.
brought the checkbook, and do you want to see them yet? I can get them.
I mean, if
For
you
us
can also
to-
make a copy. I was specifically talking like from the bank, a copy of your check that had been already processed and went through.
I can get that.
You know, because I appreciate the checkbook, but you know, that's something that was written and it doesn't really actually prove anything for me to submit to the federal government.
Okay.
So a copy of your actual cancel check from the bank, that would be best.
I will find it.
Okay,
I want to, how many years would you like?
well, just you previously gave us on the sheet, 2,800 for cost of insurance for the past 2 years, so I would just be looking for the past 2 years.
Yeah, just have your bank look it up. I'm sure they have file of it.
Sure, right.
They could
Yeah, most
print
of
it
the time you
off.
can log in even and print them off yourself, but, the bank would help you out, no doubt. So I'd actually need that paperwork from
The
the,
actual checks, yeah.
yeah, I would actually need that from the bank.
Okay, and what I did get was the 3 years of what we did.
You have copies
These are
here.
the copies.
Numbers on
Okay.
this
But not the check.
paper don't add up.
No, and this would be fine though.
Well,
I would just include your check numbers on there in case they need you to submit it, then I can always recall them. Okay, she actually has her invoices.
That works.
That works. Can I take a copy?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Me too.
So on your paperwork you gave us, When we add everything up, we come with $14,609, and at the bottom, you've got at the bottom 18,609.
Really? I did it twice. Really?
So
What did you come up with?
it's not a big deal, ma'am. It's just that we had it, like she had said, we got to report to the federal government, everything. And if we ended up having
It
$4,000,
was on my phone, and so I don't do things well on my phone. So
no problem.
my calculator.
So it's still on her 15,000,
Yes.
what she's asking for.
They need 5259 for the vehicle stuff that's on that list there, right?
Where you at?
Take this list there.
We get
Everything,
52.
these things here that relate to the vehicle comes out to 5259. This one and this one, the top and the bottom one is sound equipment. So they're two different categories here.
Yeah.
So he's taking in the payoff, the insurance, and the
AC.
AC. And what's it come to?
I believe you said
5,200.
5,200, but we still have that paperwork from him to do the principal because now,
Right.
I think she's got it.
no.
Well,
Unless
She just
Jill's
gave her
looking.
something.
Oh, okay, good,
yeah.
good.
What happened?
The
She
intention I was
gave
adding
Jill
up.
something.
You have the payoff amount from
You've
the
got
bank,
this, right?
right? Yeah.
Half amount for,
For the bank, is it,
Oh,
was
okay.
that in the stuff you gave to Jill? We have a printed payout
oh,
amount,
that was insurance. This is
payoff, okay.
in fact, the gal at the office circled it in red, which is the principal, and the yellow is the
Interest.
interest.
So the payoff,
2,600 plus interest.
the interest is 605, but if you pay it off, the interest stops today, doesn't, I mean,
If we pay it off today, the interest stops. So I don't know, I would have to call the bank and see what
so
the
you
accrued
wouldn't
is.
owe more interest.
Well, but there's a certain amount per day that they charge.
All right, so why don't you call the bank right now,
And ask them
and
what
get the complete
payoff is.
payoff today?
do
So if we're
Because-
able,
No, get the payout as of March 14th.
Yeah, but my
Yeah, that'll work
question
too.
is, Pat,
Yeah.
is this the kind of loan where they're gonna collect all the interest, or see,
As opposed,
I get what you're saying because she's cutting off early.
yeah,
Yeah.
usually the interest would stop. Are they saying this is the kind of loan where you're paying all the interest?
I think so. In fact, she said, I can't remember what she said, the interest is per day.
Let's get clarification.
That we don't pay it off.
Yeah,
You know, it accrues.
because you shouldn't owe $605.69 on most loans, or at least the loans I've dealt with, it's like, no, we're not paying.
Okay.
Like, if they said over the life of the loan, it's $3,200. On some loans, they would collect all of that. That's not a good loan. You want your interest to stop.
I can sure give them a call and see what.
Would you please, while she's making
Find out
those
if you pay
copies?
the loan on March 14th, how
March
much do you owe?
14th. Okay,
Pay off on March 14th.
okay.
Do you wanna look at this, Charlie? This is on their vehicle loan. Do you want copies?
I think Jill's getting,
Amanda on the loan.
yeah, it'd probably be best for us to have it.
Amanda's gonna make us copies.
Federal government likes details.
Yeah, we understand. So we're
Yeah.
trying to provide you what you need, we just gotta know what it is.
Today is the 6th.
6, yep, all day.
They say.
God willing.
Can I ask a question or two while we're waiting?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long has this been, how long has been the natural high in existence?
Over 40 years.
Yep.
Over 40 years.
I thought so, it's a long time.
Long time, yeah.
You've been a member for how long, 20
I
something?
started in 93,
93?
30 years. I've been
Okay.
here 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you a member of it?
I am
Not a
not.
high
He's
school
he's our biggest
29.
supporters. They won't let me sing with them. I've tried.
We want to ask, you don't have to explain that at all.
Okay.
So many zingers going through my mind that I'm just not gonna.
Oh, Mitchell at the beginning always hit the kazoo and just, and then they can go ahead and
The
sing.
curtains or the lights
Yeah.
or things like that.
I'd be right there with you.
How many members do you have singing now?
I think right now we actually have 14. We lost Sue Latimer a couple of years ago, which was a huge loss to us. So I think there's 14. If we're all there, I think on stage we have 14.
That's about the level you usually maintain.
Yeah, anywhere. We've been as much as 16 right now. Is that right, Pat?
What's that?
14 singers right now?
Give or take. I mean, some people can make every one of them.
Right, that's what I said.
14,
If we're
15.
all there.
Yeah, right,
We lost
So-
Sue,
right.
so.
You've got us on speakerphone?
I have you on speaker. This is Michelle from First Trust.
Okay.
Now, and she's going to get our payoff for March 14th. Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, it's 2,706.01.
And that is that with interest, or how does the interest accrue?
That's your it's day-to-day interest.
Day-to-day interest.
It's 43, yes, 43 cents a day is what the interest is,
Okay.
But this is your total payoff good through the 14th.
All right, now we're getting better. Thank you so much.
All right. Are we done with Michelle then? Okay, thanks a lot, Michelle. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Okay, add those numbers up.
2706.
No. Leave this off and leave this off.
Quotes for any of that?
What's he having to add total? What's he including?
He's eliminating the 750 and the
Yeah.
I just made one copy because
8600.
this is 26 pages long.
Yeah.
I mean, I have one too, but,
I get it.
so you'll have to share it.
And 3 numbers on the back are the,
You want me to
What?
add that instead of?
this on the
Oh,
back.
those are what was included with her original copy, so
Okay.
I'm looking at it now.
Nope, you're good. And you heard her say the payoff from the bank
What was it?
is $2,706.01.
1 penny?
Yes, 1 penny.
Make a motion for the
That's right.
360.
They add up.
Somewhere.
Charlie has a question.
Paul, can we have some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where's your income come in the past?
I'm gonna pass this
Is that
down.
donations?
This is all I paid for.
That's what it comes to.
Strictly by free
Sounds
will
good.
offerings.
Free will offering.
We're
we got
just leaving that
donations.
off,
Okay.
that off. Let
Agree.
me see, so with the new 2,706.
Yeah.
That'll take care of it. 5360.
That's what I got.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt a resolution to award them 5360.
1.
Oh, one.
5360.
Do we have a second?
Second.
What was the amount?
What was that, John?
$5,360. There was a motion and resolution made.
60?
I'll give them the penny.
You're gonna give us the penny,
Would it
okay.
be helpful for you?
That
Hold
that
them to it too.
is your.
That's the motion. Did we get a second?
I second.
Okay.
Vehicle
discussion?
and sound equipment insurance, the license fee, the payoff on the van, and the air conditioner repair. The only, what it doesn't include is your printed music and replacing your equipment.
So would you mind repeating that one, the total again?
It's 50,
$5,360.
Okay,
You gotta pay a penny.
okay. All right, very good.
No, they don't. John's gonna give it to them.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Pay us the penny?
That's what he said.
No more discussion? All right, go ahead, Amanda.
Oh,
I had a
Yes.
closing statement.
Wait a minute, they wanted to comment. What was the comment?
I had a closing statement. Are we closing?
you've already got your money, we're voting.
Yeah, we're voting.
I just, but that's okay.
Let Pat speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
The fact that a natural high has gone nonstop
Sorry,
for
Amanda.
over 40 years, all of us think that it's been God's will all along. We really, really do. Wherever we go with our sermons and song, people come out to hear us, to see what we have to say, sing. And many people have been touched over the years, they come and tell us so. Every year in all this time, we've received free will offerings to cover all our expenses until COVID hit. We had just one singing engagement in 2020. I think the offering was 208 for the entire year. And we've just been struggling ever since, so we really appreciate anything you can do for us. Again, no singers or anyone involved has ever gotten paid for doing what they do. They don't even get reimbursed for the gas when they go places like out of state, you know, many times over the years. Our singers do it for all the right reasons, like the father of classical music, Johann Sebastian Bach, said, "The aim and final end of all music should be none other than for the glory of God and the refreshment of the soul." So we've been doing this for more than 40 years and we're very helpful. We just appreciate everything you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
Now, go ahead.
Helps very much.
Alt,
Yes.
Crow,
Yes.
Awful,
Yes.
Sure,
Yes,
Ducat.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
On March 14th, you'll get your, correct, John?
No, I will contact you when it's ready, because I have to wait for signed resolution, so it will more than likely be that week, but it won't be until Friday.
Okay.
I'll contact you. Now, can I just ask, how did you come up with that 5,360?
yeah, the number's up.
What numbers?
The vehicle, equipment insurance, the equipment van yearly license fee,
The yearly license fee of the vehicle,
and then, instead of 2605, it was 2,706.01. And then, your amount needed for the AC was 1,100.
okay, so you did the 154, the 1,100, then 27.601.
Actually,
We dropped a penny.
So you didn't do anything for insurance?
no.
Wait a minute, yes you did.
Yeah, we did the
Yeah, but the
1,400,
Did.
1,100 or
1,400.
1,400.
Okay, so you did the,
Doing everything but the first item and the last item, Jill.
No.
gotcha.
Thank you.
Yep, I just,
Everything but the first item and the last item.
okay, I just need,
All right, we're going with number 60. It is.
Watsika Park District,
We'll go number 99.
pure grant funding.
96, 7, 98. Another 98. Number 99. Up. Watsika Park District. Never got any grant funding.
We've had this since June of 22.
mm-hmm.
There's not a Regis. There's no one here to speak on behalf of them. Just go ahead and take your time and,
Before we have them come out, we're definitely gonna need some quotes anyway, so.
right, but there's, like I said, there's nobody here anyway, so.
Have Amanda email and request quotes for their,
Agree.
Well, they're looking for space, but where are they looking at purchasing a new building, additional, a revamp of the space they have, or
it
what?
says addition to their facility for Adage House, so I'm not sure where they're gonna add on that addition. I know where they're at, there's not a whole lot of space,
There's a parking lot, yeah.
yeah, so I'm not sure what they're thinking, but it does say addition.
I think we should ask them to come talk to us next meeting with some quotes
Okay,
and,
we are looking at existing space to expand some of our programs, so that they're open to either expanding the building or looking for existing space to add.
Looks like a building.
Tell them, Tell them that if their additional space includes room for our morgue, we might be more receptive.
It's a good way to freak out some children,
I was thinking educational, okay.
right?
Yeah, I think
Doesn't
We
necess-
offer a new after-school program for your kids.
Childcare.
I'm not sure what they're at.
doesn't necessarily have to be that way. It can just be
Well, here's my problem.
constructed
Got childcare here.
I'm
It wouldn't be a
You go back
problem at all.
up front.
Maybe can kill two birds with one.
Where's that?
Yeah.
And the
So
Watsika
request a
Park.
representative and request quotes.
It's facility for a facility for added childcare.
Well, I don't see.
We'll need a lot more information.
What's incongruent about that, Paul? Added childcare?
Then it says programs and after-school programs.
Well, they offer,
So we're just gonna go straight childcare?
I don't know. We offer a toddler program.
Summer
during the
program.
school year. Summer program, June through August when school is not in session. So they do offer an alternative childcare, but we need more, way more.
Which,
Oh, I mean, if you say
Lord knows we
childcare and you
need
say
that.
summer program,
Huh?
that
We
can be,
need that. We need additional childcare in Iroquois County.
yeah.
Right. I,
Reliable, dependable, licensed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that- and
I'm
they-
gonna face that struggle after next year. So, yeah.
Right.
I'm all for that.
That was, were they asked to come in?
I don't
An
remember.
email was sent, but I don't know that they got it in time to.
No, we'll send another email requesting additional information and representative for April 3rd.
When you get to be over 75 and you enter your second childhood, are you eligible for this too then?
That would be up to them.
We'll need quotes too.
I would say no.
if the next meeting is April 3rd,
So
I
we
just
need-
want everybody to know I'm gonna be absent.
How dare you?
Need quotes.
No. We probably should move the meeting day.
I'll be here all week, so I know, it's fine.
Quotes, additional information.
Well, they're not gonna be able to bring us, well, unless they have,
Unless they already have it, because if they've had this application in for quite a while, so.
yeah, unless they've got plans and know exactly what they wanna do.
Right.
May have by now.
They might.
I hope so.
Well,
Been a while.
this was signed by, she probably has a plan in place.
With Sherry, I would believe so.
Ready to go tomorrow.
Right? All right.
I miss her face around here. I like her.
And
Good
they
person.
do have a lot of programs for kids, all the time.
Like I said, it's much needed. I'm gonna be
114.
after next year
Where
anyway.
is my 113 for Roger?
He's not coming.
Our 113 Ridgeland Township.
Just, Roger, I don't know if you were in the room, Paul, but he talked to me last week and then he finalized with me this morning. He did not get the additional information from his contractor that he needed, so he wanted to just let you know he will be here on April 3rd and he should have it by then.
April 3rd.
I have notes that
But he let me know last
he had,
Wednesday or Thursday that he was having issues and that he would let me know this morning if he could, have it together or not for today. I wasn't gonna make him drive over just to find out.
Nope.
Okay, well, there you go. Gosh darn it, Roger. But that's all right. That's all right. He didn't have anything,
13.
he didn't have anything to present anyway, so.
Be at the April 3rd meeting.
did we ask someone from Prairie Dell to come?
Now I got Prairie Dale Church, number 118. For restoration, repairs of STEEP, oh, the steeple, for safety of visitors and special occasions.
I sure wish someone was here from them. I have some personal experience. A Quester group I belong to raised money to restore all of the windows there. And they asked us to help, I think it was this last summer, with a fundraiser, which we did. But the last time I was out there, they had a problem with the tin roof and coons. And that was supposed to be their next project to restore. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that was done. Wouldn't you have to do the ceiling before you did the steeple? I don't know.
I wouldn't know in a church.
Well, this is just a question I have, or has the steeple become more,
Maybe that was their.
pressing?
With reading their quote here.
Yeah.
I think the first thing we should decide upon is whether we want to entertain their application. We've had applications from other churches that we have not awarded any funds to, so.
I think that the difference that we also need to take into account is this church has a historical designation.
I agree, but at the same time, if we start doing one church, we're gonna have every church that deserves the same financial situation. And if we start with one, we're gonna have to do all of them.
Well, I don't look at it that way. I look at it differently. You've got your historical things, and this is not an open every Sunday practicing church.
Well, do you wanna go ahead and ask for more quotes then, and then have them come back?
Oh, I just want to know my first question is what projects have been completed? And then if they want to bring another quote, yeah, they need another quote. There's only one. And who's this from? I think this guy is he, do you know him?
He did the work in Ashcombe at the Ashcombe Coliseum that we had done through ARPA. That's when Lisa Hansen came in. Their floor in the Coliseum was rotting out. They had that all repaired. I don't have any worries about his work. I just know that we need to have two quotes no matter what. So if you'd like to have him come back next month, we could do that and have somebody present.
How did they get on the agenda today then? Were they gonna come, or they were asked to come? We looked at it last month.
They were here last month.
Yeah, were they here last month? I got an email asking to put them on the agenda, so.
Did they talk last month?
I don't remember 'em.
I don't think-
either.
That was a month ago. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I
I
think
can see
they
them.
weren't here.
No, they weren't here last month.
No, I don't think so.
I don't have any notes.
It's the first time I've really seen this.
I also think we could table this to another date.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Number 20, Township of Beaverville, or 120. Where's my 120? 120.
Jill? We didn't get any new applications this month, right?
Well, I just got one like an hour ago, but
You did?
I told her that it wouldn't get out to you guys until after this meeting, that it would have to be reviewed at the April 3rd meeting.
After the meeting, tell me who that is.
All right, Todd, on this, we had asked you to go ahead and try to expend any which way possible. I believe Donna asked to check to see if we could get any bonds against them.
If he was bonded and
right.
licensed.
Right.
And if there was any insurance through the township or Torma.
Yeah, no, there's no insurance through Torma. I talked to them and they said it's not included in the builder's risk. As far as the bonding, the only way we could do anything with bonding, we have to be bonded in this county. That's what I was told. To be able to go after anything. Because if he's bonded in Indiana, it doesn't stand in Henry County. So we were told through an insurance agent.
And we still have the state's attorney spoke to you, and he's still trying to work on that at the same time. And today, the total payout you're needing for to finish up the job is
25, whatever's on the.
386.
Something like that. Or whatever you can.
So if you went down every single road and you found out you cannot financially get this, plus you've been taken advantage of by a gentleman.
Not that I can.
I wouldn't call him a gentleman.
Well, he's sitting in jail now, so,
No, he's out.
He's out.
oh, it's even better.
He's been in and out probably
Where's your
4 or 5
20?
times in the last month.
Right there.
What in the, I got the wrong.
So, what work has to be done yet, or is it all done, or what?
It's all
Done.
done, and it's all
It's all done.
paid, we just need to try to get some reimbursements, all we're looking for. Help keep our budget where it's supposed to be, or all that, keep from getting in trouble with spending
Oh,
the wrong money on the wrong thing, and if we have to get audited, or it's out of our pocket.
do you have any money in
We
your
have some money,
coffers?
yes.
You know, more,
It's getting down right now until we start getting our new tax money starting this summer. But yes, we have some money.
and we can reimburse, right? Correct.
I guess the question is if we give them money now and then if they will recover some money from this crook, where does that leave it? They can't give us the money back.
Correct, but do you really think they're gonna get any money back from this guy?
It's not likely, but one never knows. Why is the state's attorney pursuing it if there's no hope of getting anything out of it?
Well,
Is he actively pursuing it?
That we don't know. After the last month's meeting, I get a phone call. He needs a canceled check, so we send him a copy of the canceled check. I call him the next day to make sure he got the email. No response. This has been going on for 4 months.
Yeah.
No response from them back to me, but they call and leave a message and want something. We provide it. We want to know if there's anything getting done. It's not happening. That's where we're sitting.
Well, I'd be inclined to want to talk to our state's attorney, see what his take is on the whole thing. What is he doing? I mean, if he's pursuing it, he's got to have some hope of getting something. Otherwise, why are you wasting his time?
agree, but how long do they sit when they got bills to pay and they don't have the money to cover their bills? I mean, this is where,
If there's an avenue where if we give them money and then there's something recovered, is that gonna come back to us? And how is that avenue gonna take place?
I don't know if we can legally do that.
Well, that's right. That's my question. That's my concern.
I think the money would go back to the township.
Well, sure it would.
I can spend it on the building. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because looking at our other building, the way we wanted to do it, it's not feasible of making that work for what we want to do. So eventually that's going to get transferred into being the main building. Eventually. Because the other building's so old.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. I think it's good for the community. I mean, this is what we're doing for all the townships. Jill, do you see any issues? I don't see any.
It's up to you guys.
I know, but I just,
Well,
I'd like to see it done and taken care of.
I admit I have a problem with paying for something twice.
Well, so do I, because I
I
got
know.
it twice myself personally.
Yeah, I know.
it's an unfortunate situation, but really, they were taken. And,
I guess one of my main concerns is if this was all done through FBI and FBI recommended them,
Right.
Well,
where's their involvement in this?
Yeah.
But if that's just a say-so, that's like
I mean,
me
I know-
telling you,
And I understand where they're coming from, feel bad for you, I understand that you're saying that it's already been paid for, but 25,386 could go to somebody who didn't already have an opportunity to do that.
yeah, but
I'm very concerned as to where FBI is involved with this, if that was their recommendation and the original quote and information came through them.
I agree. Where's their culpability if they're recommending somebody?
we can't leave a building,
It's done. Leave a building what?
yeah, but they still have bills to pay for.
They paid for it.
I got you.
The problem I'm having is if I report this again in the federal reporting portal as garage doors, that may throw up a red flag and that may say, hey, you need to repay this 25,000 that you gifted twice.
Well, we got till 2026 if that would pop up.
Again, your decision. You asked.
So your building is up, completed and paid for?
It's not a personal thing. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not, nothing's personal.
We had-
I want to get it taken care of because
What was left of the door
can't do this
price,
to them.
Hold on, he's talking.
we give the man the $10,300 down payment to buy the materials. We wrote him a check, he took that money. We had the balance of what his price was going to be to help find the doors from another reputable company. And the balance from that, we paid out of our pocket with the balance of what was left from the ARPA money from not getting the 100% job done from the first person. Plus, we added the concrete under the doors out of our pocket, which was a quote of like $5,000.
So you really don't have any unpaid bills that we're looking at right now?
None whatsoever right now.
And June 1, June 15, you'll get your next tax.
Should be able to start getting some tax revenue back.
So we're actually looking at a reimbursement here to replace funds that have been expended, it seems like, right? To put money back in the coffers.
I'm sure you've got additional plans this year that now you can't pay for.
There's some things that I would like to do.
So you gave this contractor a check for $10,000 to begin with?
Correct.
So you're out that money, plus then the difference between his quote and what it cost you to have someone else do it.
Correct.
And what was that amount?
That was 20,000. There should be a bill there for,
Plus a little for the concrete threshold and the apron,
I don't think that's,
which is already in there, which should have been done anyways in the first place.
I'm just trying to get some under.
20,216 is what their quote was for the doors, which we have paid for.
What was the quote from the original guy that took you for the,
14,000 something.
You see what I'm saying?
I've seen it.
The difference between what Indiana was gonna charge him versus what they paid the guy in Bourbonnais. That's one number. They gave the guy in Indiana 10,000, so it should be the 10,000 plus the difference between the two. If the guy from Indiana gave him a price of 14 something or whatever the number was, that's $4,000 they still had. So on top of that, they spent the money for the concrete.
Right, and the apron.
See, that's an add-on that wasn't in the
So is
original.
the 4,000, so they're really out $16,000.
They didn't ask for the concrete in the initial.
I understand that. I'm just saying what we're looking at, the result of the transaction with the Indiana and the doors, they're
Well,
out
that's-
$16,000.
And I'd like to keep it pure as to apples to apples with the original quote and what they're.
$14,259.38 was the original quote.
Yeah, so that's roughly $6,000 difference.
Okay, 14,000, say that number again.
14,259.38. That's what the original quote on the original proposal was,
And you gave him 10,
10,300.
What's the difference between these two parts? Take this 2216 and subtract this.
2216.
Subtract this 14,259.38.
From 25?
No, from the 2216.
All right, just let me start.
So the difference in the original quote and the 14,000, the original and the new quote is 5926? Is that correct?
59. 56.
62. And they would have had 3959 left after they paid the 10.
Okay, add 10.3 to that number there.
At 10-3?
Yeah, that's what he gave them, that's what they lost to the guy in Indiana. Should come out to this number. So it looks like they're out $16,256.62. 20,216 minus the 14,259.38 is, they had to pay an additional 59.56.62. So that number plus the 10.3 that they lost to the guy in Indiana.
And you're putting the apron, the cement in there?
No, I'm just saying what they're out as a result of the guy from Indiana. They're out, in order to get the job completed, they are out $16,256.
My math is different. The difference between the 20,000 and the 14,000 is this 39 number. And this was the original. They paid them this. That left a balance of this in their coffers. This is the difference between the original quote of 14 and the second quote of 20. So I add those two together and I get this.
No, I don't think that's quite the right way to do it.
So tell me how you
have to-
did it.
Yeah, well,
So this would give you the difference plus,
that's what they paid the guy in Indiana that they lost.
Hmm.
So this is what they had to pay in addition.
that would be
Originally, they
the,
were gonna pay this amount. They wound up having to pay that much, so they had to pay,
right, that's the 59.56 I've got,
right,
plus,
plus the money, they're out this amount because the guy stole it from them.
well,
Okay, so that means this is what they're out. If you take your number and subtract it from what they're asking, they ought to be pretty close to the same. Cause you got the concrete in there.
No, I don't have the concrete in there.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, with the but you got the concrete in there.
No, I don't.
No, I didn't put the concrete in there.
They're asking for 25,000.
Yeah, I didn't.
Take 25,000 and subtract your number at the bottom of your page, you're gonna be
Right.
pretty close to what I got here.
No, I didn't use that.
I know,
didn't
but
use
if you
that.
do it that way, you will be.
I use this number. This number I use. I use this number, the second quote.
I know, but that's not what they're asking for.
I know.
On the first page,
I didn't include that number.
okay,
That's this one and this one added together is this one.
okay.
Well, I still have to pay for this twice. I still have to pay for this twice. No.
So how much is it now? So you can-
256.62.
All I'm saying is that they're out.
56, 62.
16, say that again. Barb.
$16,256.62.
Is
And that
what
does
they're
not
out.
count the concrete threshold and the apron.
And it also, you see, they had money left over.
See, that's what I'm taking into account. That's,
So am I.
we're going about this two different ways.
That's why, well, take the 25,000 and subtract your number from it and see what you get. It's gonna be very close to what we got if it's not gonna be the same. $25,386 is what they're asking for. Because that includes the concrete.
Well,
All I'm saying is that let's take the concrete part of it out.
I agree,
Fine, then you got to be, they're out
but then you come up with
16,000.
exactly their second quote.
Well, after hearing what Jill said, I kind of,
They're out to 10,000,
Understand where
they're out to
she's coming.
10,300 that they lost. They're also out the difference between what the original bid was and what they had to pay. That's 59, 56, 62. So you add those two together, they're out 16,256.62.
This is their original.
My suggestion is if we're gonna give them some money, that would be the number to do.
Okay. Any more discussion on this?
No. I think, what'd you say, Barb?
after hearing what Jill had said, I'm kind of going along with what she's saying.
Any more
It's
discussion on this?
unfortunate, I'm not done yet.
Okay, go ahead.
It's unfortunate that this happened to them, and, you know, other people have been screwed before by people, but haven't had the chance to get money back from something like this, and like she said, someone else could use that 25,000.
And it's paid for. The work is done and it's paid for.
I mean, it's unfortunate, it really
Right.
is.
Any more discussion on this?
I think the thing that we have to bear in mind, and I guess there is nothing anywhere in the ARPA rules that talk about this. Every penny that we've awarded to somebody could have been abused or stolen or whatever. So how do you handle those situations? There's nothing in the ARPA rules that talk about that, is there?
Not that I recall.
I mean, I never saw anything, and
No.
obviously
No, and again, I'm here to strictly just give you the information. It's ultimately your decision on what you want to do. It's nothing, you know, I understand both sides, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, you know, what possibly could happen, what, it may not happen. I don't know. It's all new. This is, you know, ARPA is something that we've never encountered before, so again, I just wanna make sure you have the information that you need to make the decision. So the decision's ultimately yours. I don't really necessarily care either way. I'm just putting the information out there for you to make that decision.
What did we give them originally? I don't have it right here in front of me.
I don't know.
Just curious.
What were we asking?
What did we give
What
them?
did we give them originally?
I'll tell you here, just,
Let's see.
different form.
108,993.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that a little louder.
108,993.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I think we should just say.
I know we've got it right in front of us to compare what we gave to other townships. It's one thing we could look at.
I can support giving the 16,000 if there's a way, especially if there's a way that if this ever was kicked back from the feds, that we might share some of the loss with the township. I don't know if there's a way to do that, but we're sticking our necks out, I think, from what Jill was saying. On the other hand, I think it makes sense to help the township out there. It's not their fault that this happened either.
Well, did you ask, have you spoken to FBI since this happened? What'd they say?
Talk to the salesman to see if he can find something out and.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything.
They're not gonna help you.
No, they're just a township.
If you were a regular customer of theirs that bought $1 million every year.
Oh, I'm talking about them, though. I don't care about them.
Right, that's not the case. They're not gonna do anything.
I mean, I think they should be accountable, but I don't know if it's,
You know, they'll write you a letter saying they're sorry it happened.
they got more money than I do, so.
Yes, I know they do. That's what they're in business for.
Right.
Is there any more discussion on this? None being said, I make a motion resolution to give you $16,256.62. Do I have a second?
Second.
You say that again?
$16,256.62. I'm sorry you got taken for a ride.
It happens.
Any more discussion on this? Amanda, whenever you're ready.
Holmes,
Yes.
Crowe,
No, with regret, I'm sorry.
Awful,
No.
Sure,
Yes.
Ducat,
Yes, motion passes.
Thank you.
Please keep us advised how, if you hear any information at all. 62. What was the number for the hazard pay?
There's a lot of them. Every department, in the beginning, it was requested that each department submit one for their own. So I will tell you all the numbers here in just a second. Let me get up there. Sorry, I have a couple different things going on. So, number 10.
All right, hold on.
Number 14. Number 15. Number 26. Number 28. Number 29. number 30. I believe that's all of them. Yes, that's all that I have turned in.
All right.
That would be for the sheriff, the county clerk, finance, animal, or finance, treasurer, assessment, dispatch, 911. And they all requested different amounts.
Barb, you're moving. You got them. You got them.
Surprisingly.
I don't know why I don't have number 10. I'll start all over again. Here like this. Oh, I still have a number on. That's fine. There's the sheriff. Microphone, election equipment. Number 6. Number 6. Seven. Any word on the X-ray machine? Anyone? The
We're
sheriff?
still waiting on it.
Oh, okay.
Since they've had to wait so long, they're getting a newer version
Right.
Good.
for the same amount of money, so
Better.
it's good.
Defenders are.
Now, if you're gonna discuss this, Amanda, it's on the agenda for them to go into executive session.
It was requested last month that we have executive session.
Just a reminder.
Be there a minute. I'm just gonna get all my paperwork first.
You're,
It's on the agenda, that
Right.
executive session, so I just wanted to remind you guys it's on there.
Requested last month that we
I mean, we can say if you'd like.
26.
if we are, I need to go in.
I'm sorry.
If we are going into executive session, I need to go let Brian know.
28. 29. And 30. I have them all. I gotta dig through it all.
I think we need to go into
Okay, so now we have hazard pay to Iroquois County employees. We have executive session 5 ILCS 120-1-C-1. The appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. Do I have a motion to go into that?
So moved.
Second.
You want to do a roll call, please?
Pauls?
No.
Crowe?
Yes.
Awful?
Yes.
Sure?
No.
Decat?
No. Executive session fails. Now, on employee pay. Last month, we were given the paperwork that was put out, that was moved to this month for authorizing expenditure from FY 2023 American Rescue Plan Fund to establish premium pay for Iroquois County employees. Go ahead and start a discussion on that.
Who's yours? Why don't you start the discussion?
As was said by myself multiple times, it'll be said again, I still see giving the full-time employees $1,000 and giving the part-time employees $500.
That's not what,
On the last one, it said 1,500 and said 500, but as I've said multiple times, $1,000 for full-time employees, $500 for part-time employees. Yes, I put it on here for discussion. I did put 1,500. I believe that was turned down by a few people on this board.
that's correct.
So I've started discussion for the full-time employees to have $1,000 and the part-time employees to have 500.
How many full-time employees are involved?
Jill?
Well, I can give you an estimate, because if we're gonna go back to any sort of, and I don't recall what that paperwork said, going back to any sort of stipulations on how many hours they worked during the pandemic.
These would be employees that were considered full-time employees during the time of the
Well, correct, and
pandemic.
that's why I said I'm gonna give you an estimate, cause I don't have the exact number in front of me. I give you an estimate. Give me just a minute here. I love computers. I think I gave you a number the last time, so I just wanna make sure that I give you the right number. It's approximately 150.
You
Now,
believe,
again, that's just a rough estimate, because we'd have to go back and pull the employment records.
right, between March 10th, 2020 and May
That's
7th,
how-
2022.
If that's what you choose to set as the guidelines, yeah.
How many part-time people?
Well, yeah, that assumes full-time. She'd have to look.
48 approximately.
48 part-time?
Let's see here. All right, so what I had sent out to the committee, let me backtrack if I may. Back in February, I sent out to the entire ARPA committee and CC'd Amanda in it, was the sample premium pay resolution and a spreadsheet. So it would show approximately $113,500. This would include, oh, look at that. I forget what I did for you guys already. So according to that sample ordinance that you got emailed and Paul has in front of him, I see, it would affect 73 full-time employees and 3 part-time employees. This is going off of the stipulations in that. And Paul, if you wouldn't mind reading it again.
Sure, the eligible employees, recipients must have worked at least 1,000 hours between the dates of March 10th, 2020 and May 7th, 2022. B, all full-time employees of Iroquois County, 35 hours or more per week are to receive a one-time payment of $1,000 or of $1,000 less standard deductions for taxes, other required withholdings, unless any pay already received for essential worker COVID pay.
Okay, now that was based off of, in the sample ordinance, it said $1,500 for full-time and $500 for part-time, which would put you at $113,500. If you were to change that to $1,000 and $500, it would be, give me a second here, let me do some math.
74.5.
So, 750. Well, you have to take into effect there were a couple employees that received something from the health department, that are county employees, not health department employees, such as Mr. Stacy. Myself and Amanda, because we helped out during COVID with grocery shopping.
Mr.
So it would-
Facey is a part-time employee, you know?
Exactly, so he would receive a $500 from the county. However, he already received that from, COVID pay from the health department, so he would not be eligible to receive anything. Amanda and myself helped out with grocery shopping during COVID, so they awarded us $250. So subtracting that $250, that would make us eligible for $750 if you were to change that to $1,000. So that would take your total to $76,000. So if you do 1,500, it's 113,500. If you did 1,000, it would be $76,000.
Well, as I recall, when we initially began this foray, we decided that we were gonna do this at the last end.
That's exactly my recollection.
I don't think we're at the last end just yet.
I don't either.
I think having this information is good from a planning standpoint, but I don't think we're ready to make a decision, are we?
I'm okay with that. I'd be okay with that. How about after the last negotiations that we have with 911? That way, all the negotiations will be out of the way.
We have negotiations coming up shortly after that with AFSCME.
And then there you go, point being, it never ends.
60, well, I'm just being smart.
Well, I like that date as a cutoff in between. I realize what you're saying, but that seems to make a certain amount of sense to me.
The AFSCME union was the first one to request money for their people. And we told them at that time that would be taken into consideration, and they've accepted that. We've told the other unions the same thing. For example, the deputies wanted 3,500 each.
I know. I just did the math on all of them.
We told them no, that that this was
What was
a
the grand total
matter that was being handled
for all of
here,
them?
and they accepted that.
Excuse me, go ahead.
We said, we told them the same thing, that the matter was gonna be, determined at the ARPA committee at the end of our committee or deliberations, whatever you wanna call it. And they accepted that.
Right.
So-
And we've done what we said we
So
were
it's not a
gonna do.
part of the contract that they have now, it's not part of the agreement.
And I agree, and I understand you told me that after the last meeting. On the other hand, that's kind of like a judge giving a jury an instruction to disregard what they've just heard.
I don't think it necessarily hurts to continue talking about it towards the end, because you're down to, 1,040,000 that have not been, that has not been awarded through resolution. I don't know what you've had earmarked, I don't go by that. Whatever has been awarded through resolution, you have $1,038,745 left. I mean,
And
it doesn't hurt to talk about it until it is towards the end, because then at least, you know, when you do go into these negotiations, or when you have employees ask, hey, we understand, we know, we're still talking about it, so. Nothing has to be decided, but it doesn't hurt.
And they have accepted that thus far.
right,
I do think that the question could arise if we were not to offer them anything, if that could be considered an unfair labor practice, and we might get ourselves in a,
You may wanna clarify, just keep saying towards the end, the end of what? The end of 2024, when you have to spend the money, at the end of or you're comfortable awarding. I mean, there's
Or when the
different classifications of what the end is.
dispatcher's contract is decided, the 911 contract is decided, and prior to ask me. Do you guys have an extra paper clip laying
The
around?
911 contract is gonna be, as far as the wages go, is gonna be decided the same as the other contracts.
Hopefully.
We're not gonna give them more than we gave the deputies, and they're not
Yeah,
gonna take
sure.
less.
Sure.
It's gonna be the same. Unless somebody wants to electrocute me or whatever. There's no way I can see that it's gonna be any
Look at
different.
him laughing over there.
He wants to electrocute me, I know.
I am following
All morning long on it.
the county on the situation.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that
I
one.
can't hear you.
I am following suit with the needs of the county on this situation.
All right. I guess there's nothing more on that today.
I would like to have a little bit of a separate discussion if we're done with this. Just for my, to
So
get-
you're saying now you want to wait till after negotiations
Well, wasn't
in
that
between
your
ASME?
suggestion?
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
So you wanna keep it on the agenda to keep discussing
Yes.
it, but you're not
Yeah.
gonna make a decision until after telecommunicators FOP contract is decided,
Correct.
So that's fine.
I can live with
just
that.
to clarify.
You said we have a 1,040,000, is that what you
With the
said?
two that you just awarded, you have $1,038,745.32 remaining. That has not been awarded through
And
resolution.
you're on management, correct, Donna?
That doesn't include the
I'm going there.
funds
just-
that we've
Thank you.
already earmarked for different.
I don't include your markings. I include what we have awarded through resolutions.
The animal
Because, and the reason I do that,
control
John, is you have something earmarked,
But we're
Donna has
gonna
something
have-
earmarked, Charlie has something earmarked. I
Well,
don't
that's
go,
Whatever
where
building we get,
I go off of
we're
what
gonna buy
we
the
have awarded.
cold caskets. for
Okay,
the-
let's review what we've got earmarked, okay? Because I think we all have the same things earmarked, but let's get on the same page. The first being Brian,
Yeah.
What about Brian?
well, for her election
She's
equipment.
already been
Very-
awarded money.
Yeah,
She's already been awarded $517,858.08.
So that's gone. Oh,
But there's money, other money earmarked for the
On March 8th,
microfilm.
on March 8th of 2022, she was awarded $176,413.37.
yeah,
This is the stuff I email you guys.
That's for the
Don't
microfilm.
forget things. What do we have earmarked? What'd you guys, what she wanted?
She's all taken care of now.
As far as I know, yeah.
or
Okay.
She's had her 2 resolutions.
She's all done.
What'd we give her? for the
Even
mic-
talking about giving some,
$176,413.37 on March 8th.
I'm sorry, other people. Okay, so Brian's off the
Brian's-
list.
yes, yeah, that's done.
So what we have set aside for a morgue? 260?
Something like that, yeah. With repairs and whatever building.
Well, what was originally
250,
requested,
60?
260, I think. Because we were well under with what we've been pricing.
Right.
towards the end, 200,000 is what was applied for.
200.
200,000, that was 262.
Well, for a morgue, for an application, I have 200,000.
Okay.
And that counted repairs too?
I have 200,000. He's not submitted.
Cold storage for the bodies?
He
200,000.
hasn't submitted anything different other than
Okay,
3,000.
I'm just, I know he's the.
If there's something that has been discussed or he wants to do different, then he needs to put in an application adjusting that number. But
Okay.
as far as the application goes, it's 200,000.
And when we are looking at buildings, Bill does, when we talk about the price, and then we say it's like 20,000 for the cooler, and we look
Right.
at, you know, we need a new door here, we need this, we need that, and
He's gonna pay for the cooler out of his automation fund.
he is, the whole 20,000?
That's what he said.
They found
Yeah.
a building?
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
So what else do we have earmarked?
Well, you got the animal control building still to work on that.
Animal
I don't know how much money
control
you've got for that
I
left.
thought the animal control building was done.
building- Animal control building originally was,
Fencing, doors.
put in,
talked
what was awarded was $65,000 for animal control
Right.
building. We purchased it for less, so there's some room there to put up the fence. And then I did say in management that I'm looking at buying a couple indoor kennels to put in the back room.
Right,
We just need more larger dogs.
right.
I don't wanna say storage, but,
So is all that covered in your 65,000?
hopefully, yeah.
So animal control is done.
So even for the waterproofing doors, the
all
waterproofing
flood
garage
stuff,
door,
I don't have any quotes or any information.
Right,
I don't think we
but-
put in an application for that, so I have no idea.
I know that's
what
still a work in
gonna cost.
progress.
I have no idea what that's gonna cost, so. No, what I have left in the original award, I'm planning on doing the fence with, and then, hopefully the 2 indoor
Are you
kennels.
cutting
If not,
any-
I can do the 2 indoor kennels with the funds that I have in the budget.
Is there any worries of you with that building? When I was on management for making cutouts, the dogs run straight out the back
I'd
and
like
come
to do
in.
that, I'm gonna have it priced, but if it's too much, then we may look at something different.
Hopefully, I don't think it would because it's concrete block. You shouldn't have any
Chris is
major
gonna
issues.
In management, I made note of, Chris agreed to help me out with contacting contractors, because he's got a lot more
If you've got a really
contacts
wild
than I
dog.
do. I'm just gonna get him some kind of specifics together so he can help me out with that.
I just don't want to see the employees messing with a wild dog when they could just,
Currently, they're walking him on leashes right now, so just to be able to let them out in the fence would be.
What else do we have earmarked?
The employees, is that already earmarked?
the what?
The employees? Have we
Um,
earmarked that?
We haven't yet. I mean, we can right now,
Is that?
since we got a number.
And this is for you guys' discussion, I am still going off of what we've awarded.
Yes, correct, to review.
Okay. Just wanted to-
Because I like to operate on what we actually have, if we know they're gonna be,
So, going off the
I
list.
know we're getting them more.
You have the essential workers pay that hasn't been decided. You have, let's see here, essential worker. St. Paul Evangelical Lutheran, I can't talk today, church, their restroom remodel and roof. You have Boyles Construction and Drainage for loss of revenue. You have Sheldon EMS for an ambulance replacement. You have Designer Homes, Gilquist Construction for small business assistance. Then you have some individuals, which is applications 51 through 57 for utility taxes and mortgage assistance. You have the Milford Township Park District for loss of revenue, which I think they decided to go ahead and do the pool instead.
No, we have two different entities and they've never come back. The park has never come back.
Okay.
We gave to
pool
the
is done.
foundation like $9,000, I think,
Okay.
yeah. Loss of revenue.
Iroquois County Youth Center, Feed and Time Foods, the Village Danforth Water Loop completion, another individual with application 67, Cisna Foods, another individual with application 87, the coroner with his building, the Village of Loda for storm sewer replacement. We just talked about the Watsig Park District. First United Methodist Church for tuck pointing and entrance updates. Ridgeland Township, which we talked about, Prairie Dell, which we talked about. And then the Gilman Garage put in another application for window coverings. The Village of Buckley also put in another application for sewer plant. For a sewer plant building. So. You have some individuals, you have some churches, you have employee pay, and a couple of small businesses. And there is a couple of, like Danforth and Loda, who have it for water mains.
Yeah, we did for Danforth, we did the water for them, which was
They had 2 applications.
right.
Yeah, you did do one. You did the,
I believe also, I think that they may have done the other one.
Danforth, you did the water meters,
23
which
and
was $40,000 for water meters.
In other words, we got enough applications.
To spend the money,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by far, right?
by far.
Close your eyes and throw a dart.
Yeah, I mean, Do we shut off further
It
applications?
wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe look at some of the small.
I
business
don't
ones
wanna
we
shut
have,
off
'cause we really
applications.
only awarded one or two small businesses,
Yeah.
so it might be an idea to look at some of those small business ones.
And we did
We're
one
gonna build
grocery
false
store.
hope.
And we're waiting
A lot of
for
people
Watsika.
keep wanting
We have not heard nothing from the city of Watsika yet. I know they have a tile also they've
I
talked
mean, you,
about.
yeah,
Interested.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know,
No, but
but
we've helped everybody else, and I know
it's all
we're
in how
going
you
with this, and
guys
I
structure it. You
agree.
wanna have a cutoff date, you could.
We'll have to do something for them,
Um,
even
If you
though
wanna hold on to some of the funds.
they
'cause
say and
you
do
have
nothing for
until
Gilman. Gilman made the
2024 to
most
spend it.
revenue.
In case there's an emergency that arises within the county or with a specific entity that may need it, you have it. I mean, it's up to you guys, really.
We should set our parameters of what we're doing pretty soon.
Oh, I agree. No, that's 100%. I don't want none of that.
Meeting to meeting.
We don't have none of that.
What
We did
tomorrow
something
we'll
for
do
Homeland Foods.
These kind of things, though, we probably should do.
We don't have a grocery store.
Just put them on the list for next month. That'd be fine.
And
Alright.
of course, we're gonna listen to.
Yeah, Ridgeland,
You're the one
Rydell.
handling it, you're gonna wind up with all of it.
It's not so bad right now. We don't get too many applications right now, so,
If somebody comes in here,
but
Right.
they're not gonna come in here and talk to us.
I agree.
We shouldn't have to hunt them down, eh?
Right.
Right. And I don't think we've seen anything. Well, we think we've seen anything.
From who?
Very dull.
Right.
So we need to set aside about 300,000 for what we have earmarked. So we are actually, I've got these two marked down here. So about
so
300,000.
for next month, you want Watsika Park District, Ridgeland Township, Prairie Dell to come back.
Yeah.
I
Is
guess.
there any other people you would like to invite back?
Well, we started talking about
Is
that.
that what you're doing now?
I want to see what Gilquist has. We haven't asked about him yet.
He's from Milford, he's a home. He's
So, I
gone,
mean, if you wanna look at some of the
He's
small
from
businesses,
no, he isn't.
Yeah,
He's from Milford.
name some of them off.
I will name them off for you.
Can you put him in the window?
Back to the top.
Here's the small businesses.
Okay, so if you're gonna look at some of the small businesses, you would wanna invite application 43, which is Boyles Construction. You would want to look at application 46, which is Designer Homes.
That's Goldquist.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You would wanna look at application 64, which is Feed in Time Foods.
64.
Wait a minute,
Sorry,
wait a minute. I'm sorry, that was number 64?
yes ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Application 74, which is Cessna Foods.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I have for small business applications.
So you can put them on.
Yeah, put all four of those on.
Ask them,
Before we go any further, before I say that, how much money does each one of them want?
I'll tell you here in just a minute.
That might be a little bit of a
Okay,
change.
so, and again, you're probably not gonna award them everything they want.
No, but we
But to give you an idea, the
asked for $200,000. No way.
application's 43, which is Voiles Construction, is looking for 49.9. Application 46, which is Designer Homes, is looking for 48. Application 64, Feed in Time, is looking for 48. Application 74, which is Cessna Park Foods, never did include a number of what they were requesting, so they just had a question mark. And I know Charlie's tried to get a hold of them a couple times, so they might not be wanting to come back, I'm not sure. We can always just reach out.
Yeah,
Was that all of them?
yeah.
Yes, so that was all of them.
so that equals
And
145,900.
again, it's all in what they can provide to show that loss of revenue or what they're looking for, so it may be less.
And you know, none of them's gonna get all of that.
It may be
No.
something, it may be something to look at, because we've only helped one or two small
Right.
businesses.
I need to give them half of that.
I have been contacted by 2 other businesses, but they have not submitted anything, so they are well aware that they have to submit it by April 3rd for me to get it on, you know, well, not April 3rd, but they have to submit it before April 3rd for me to get them on, so.
So we're not wanting to help any churches at all?
If we do one, we gotta do them all.
Why?
Well, how many church
I mean-
applications?
I will tell you how
Because
many
everybody's gonna
church
say their
applications
congregation's
we
down
have.
low and they need money, and I get it, and that's the
We
truth.
have,
I don't know how to.
I don't know if
Okay.
you wanna include St. Mary's Cemetery Association. That was application number 2,
Right.
so I don't know if I would include it.
Include that.
Okay, so there's one, I have
How much?
application 30, what's
While
that?
you're there, just say how much.
Very good, thank you. That was 10,000. And then I have application 38, which was St. Paul Lutheran Church for 27,000. I have there's not that many, I'm just making sure I didn't miss any. I have application 112, which is the First United Methodist Church in Watsika for $48,280. I have application 118, which was Prairie Dell, and theirs is for 6,800. And that's all of the churches, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Now, wait a minute, wasn't there a Gilman church on there?
You might be thinking of
Lutheran
the,
church?
you might be thinking of the Gilman Garage.
No,
Let me look real quick.
Handicapped bathrooms and,
I have St. Mary's.
I think we're missing.
You too.
It was an early one,
I'm looking.
and they came and talked to us.
That might be
Christ
St.
Lu-
Paul.
Christ Lutheran High School? No?
No.
That might be St. Paul, no.
So I have St. Mary's, which was the cemetery.
Here
I
we go.
have
That's what I wanted. Prairie Lutheran Homes, you mean?
That's, Prairie View is,
we already gave them money.
that's a funeral home, nursing home, funeral home.
I told you 38 St. Paul Lutheran for
St.
the
Paul's
restroom,
Evangelical.
remodel and roof.
Remodel for
Where's St.
27,000.
Paul at?
Woodworth,
St. Paul is,
Woodward.
number
Okay, I didn't know if it was the same.
it's the one that's,
St. Paul
What
School.
Yeah,
yeah,
We already gave them 22,000.
well, the church and the
Are
school
separate.
are separate.
No,
Gave them for water, their well. Maybe,
that's all I have for church.
okay, yeah, I'm looking and I think,
I mean, if they've applied, it may be something to look at. You did award.
You didn't
did award
mention-
Woodworth and Christ Lutheran.
when you were doing small businesses, Schaumburg's fine trim.
I think they took it out.
And what about affordable
Prairie Lutheran Homes
arts?
2 for 396.
Okay, I had,
I wish I had. We don't have.
That's,
Who? No, I'm talking about Prairie Lutheran Homes. I apologize.
oh, I'm sorry.
What are you speaking about?
Disclosed, Donna. So for for small businesses,
is
you want to add in 48 and 49.
number 48 and
in the
number
price.
49, they both
So
want,
48 is Schaumburg's fine trim, and they're requesting 42,500. And affordable arts, number 49, is requesting 45,000.
Thank you.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
crossroads.
So what are you gonna put on the agenda then?
Whatever you want.
We've asked for Prairie Dell Church for more information, just to look at them.
So you have,
Township.
okay, so you have 99, 113, 118 who will come back, and that is Park District
Yep, 99.
and Ridgeland
113.
and Prairie Dell. And then you, what are the
118.
other numbers?
Well, small businesses, but I don't know about all of them.
Let's just do the first, let's do this, just to look at them.
Early ones?
Yeah, and then we'll move through them 3 at a time or something like that. So we're only doing 6, just to look at.
So you wanna do. You wanna do application 43, Royals. Application 46, designer. And application 48, Schaumburg's.
That's 6.
Huh?
That's 6,
So those are the six
application.
that you wanna,
No, it's just, yeah, just for this next month. If you wanna do the following month,
we'll do the other.
we'll move on to 49, 64,
Okay.
74.
Sounds good. And do you wanna keep the hazard pay on there, just in case there's
Yes,
any?
hazard pay stays on there.
So which ones am I gonna miss next month? Would you repeat that?
Are you unavailable just for
99.
today, Donna, or?
113,
Oh, hold on, two people talking. What, number 99?
number 113, number 118, number 43, 46, 48, and the hazard pay will still be on there.
Okay. I am out of town from that week,
Oh, okay, okay, I didn't know if maybe you wanted to change.
so
it
I'll
to-
probably miss all of my meetings that month. April. Yeah, I won't be at management. Somebody write that down. I don't think I'll be at highway.
That's fine, I just didn't know if you wanted to switch the days.
Well, yeah, I would like to switch the day. Can we do it the following Monday?
That's Easter, well, it's after.
No, she won't be able to get minutes in before the board meeting.
I understand I was being facetious.
All right, so April 3rd.
You know, that's my birthday, you guys, in case anybody wants to
Aw,
Early happy birthday.
buy me chocolates or send flowers.
All right, moving forward. Any old business? Any new business? Do we have a second? All in favor, say aye.
aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Time